You've probably heard it before. Falling is just part of getting older. But what if that belief is quietly stealing your confidence and your independence? Think about it. Maybe it was a friend who took a bad fall in the kitchen, or your neighbor who stopped walking outside after one slip on the porch. Maybe it's something you've already lived through yourself. That moment when your legs didn't feel as steady, when each step felt uncertain, and the fear crept in. Here's the truth. Most people never hear falling is not an inevitable part of aging. It's not your age that's the problem. It's how your body has adapted to years of subtle changes, the way your feet hit the ground, how your arms move, or don't, even where your eyes are looking. All of it matters. And all of it can be adjusted no matter if you're 60, 70, or even 85. At Live Healthy, after 50, we believe in a better story. One where healthy aging isn't about avoiding life's risks, it's about understanding them and rising above. With the right knowledge and a few longevity secrets, you can rebuild strength, improve balance, and walk with steady confidence again. Backed by research from the CDC and Harvard Medical School studies, show that most falls in older adults are preventable. And it doesn't take a gym membership or grueling exercise, just daily habits for longevity, doctor tips for older adults, and smart changes you can make at home. So here's the big question. If you could walk without fear again, would you take the first step today? Let us show you how. If this video resonates with you, tap the like button, subscribe to Live Healthy After 50, and share it with someone who might be struggling with the same silent fear. And before we dive into the steps that could save you from the next fall, tell me in the comments, what's one place you miss walking to without worry? Now let's uncover the hidden mistakes in how most people walk and how fixing just a few can completely change your life. Part 1. 6 warning signs your walk is putting you at risk. You might think you're just slowing down. Maybe your steps have gotten shorter. Maybe you hold on to the furniture as you walk through your living room. But what if these habits were actually early warnings, clues your body is quietly struggling to stay balanced? Most people miss the signs because they don't come all at once. They creep in gradually. A shift in posture here, a bit of hesitation there, and before you know it, the way you walk starts working against you. Let's take a closer look. First, do you find yourself dragging your feet, not lifting them fully off the floor? It may seem harmless, but this small change often signals weakening muscles in your legs or hips, and that shuffling motion. It dramatically increases your chances of tripping over carpet edges, door thresholds, or even your own slippers. Many falls start just like that, quiet, sudden, and entirely avoidable. Second, are your eyes glued to the ground as you walk? It might feel safer to watch every step, but looking down actually throws your posture off balance and limits your ability to see what's coming. Imagine missing a small curb or an uneven tile because your gaze was fixed too low. When your neck tilts forward, your center of gravity shifts forward too, making it harder to recover if you stumble. Third, do your steps feel short, quick, or stiff, almost like you're tiptoeing? That's not just a new habit. It's often a fear-based gait pattern. Your brain is bracing for a fall, trying to control every motion. But ironically, this stiffness makes your natural balance reflexes harder to activate. Instead of preventing a fall, it might increase the risk. Fourth, take a moment to notice your shoulders and arms. Are they stiff and pinned at your sides? When your arms don't swing freely, you lose one of your body's built-in stabilizers. Arm swing helps counterbalance your steps. Without it, every stride becomes more rigid, more tiring, and more dangerous. Fifth, do you use the wall or furniture for support even when you're not hurt? It may seem like a smart precaution, but leaning on unstable objects can be risky. A wobbly table, a loose chair, those aren't safety tools, and frequent reliance on them may signal a bigger issue. Your core and leg muscles aren't doing their job like they used to. Sixth, do you avoid uneven ground like gravel paths, grassy lawns, or narrow sidewalks? It's completely understandable. But when avoidance becomes a pattern, your confidence begins to shrink, and with it, your independence. The less you challenge your balance, the quicker it fades. These signs don't mean something is wrong with you. They mean your body is asking for help. Take William, for example. He's 72, retired from Kansas City. He used to take daily walks to the park until a mild fall on a sidewalk shook him up. I thought I was just being careful, he said, but I realized I had stopped swinging my arms and started looking down at the pavement like it might jump up and grab me. That one adjustment, walking tense and low, was actually increasing his fall risk every step of the way. According to the National Council on Aging 1 in 4, Americans over 65 falls each year, and most falls don't happen because of one big mistake. They happen from small, silent changes in how we move. That's why recognizing these subtle shifts is critical. The earlier you notice them, the sooner you can take back control. This is where senior health tips meet real life. And where over 60 wellness means more than numbers, it means knowing your body and what it's trying to tell you. Let's move forward, literally, and rebuild your steps from the ground up. Part 2, 5 simple fixes that can make your walk steady again. You don't need to run marathons. You don't need to lift weights. You don't even need to break a sweat. Most people over 60 don't realize that just walking the right way can protect your body more than you think. These 5 adjustments are small but powerful. Backed by doctor tips for older adults, they're easy to practice at home, no matter your fitness level. And they could be the reason you stay upright instead of falling when life throws you off balance. First, start with your head. Imagine a string gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Keep your chin slightly tucked, not jutting forward, and let your head float directly above your shoulders. This position aligns your spine naturally and keeps your body centered. According to a study published in the Journals of Gerontology, forward head posture increases fall risk by disrupting your body's equilibrium. Just 1 inch off at the neck can shift your balance enough to make recovery harder during a stumble. Second, check your shoulders. Are they scrunched up toward your ears? Drop them. Let your upper body breathe. Now open your chest slightly like you're preparing to take a calming breath. When your shoulders are relaxed, your arms can move freely, and that movement matters more than you might think. Third, pay attention to your arms. Do they swing when you walk? They should. And here's why arm swing helps stabilize your entire torso. When your left foot steps forward, your right arm should swing naturally and vice versa. This cross-pattern movement keeps your center of gravity in motion, not frozen. It allows your spine and pelvis to rotate gently with each step, reducing stiffness and enhancing balance. Without it, your walk becomes rigid, and rigid movements make you more likely to tip. Fourth, focus on your feet. Are your steps flat and uncertain, or do your heels strike the ground first? A proper step starts at the heel, rolls through the arch, and finishes with a gentle push-off from the toes. This sequence activates all the major muscles in your legs from your calves to your hips and supports your joints instead of overloading them. Also, check your stance. Your feet should be about hip-width apart. Too narrow and you lose lateral stability. Too wide and your gait becomes clumsy. Fifth, look where you're going, not at your feet. It might feel safer to watch every step, but doing so limits your awareness of the environment. Keep your eyes focused a few steps ahead. This not only improves posture, but gives your brain early notice of potential hazards. A raised sidewalk, a shift in surface, a shadow from a tree branch all become easier to spot when your gaze is up, not down. Take Sharon, a 68-year-old retiree from Portland. She told me she hadn't walked more than a block in years without holding her husband's arm. I thought I needed him, she said, but what I really needed was to stop locking my knees and start letting my arms move. After a few weeks of practicing these adjustments, she now walks her dog alone every morning, confident, calm, and balanced. These corrections are more than posture tricks. They're real tools for natural health for seniors. Tools that support your joints, improve your circulation, and train your brain to move with intention again. You don't need to be athletic to walk well. You just need to walk smart. And these 5 fixes are where it begins. Part 3, 5 easy at-home exercises to improve balance. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You just need 5 minutes, a little space, and a willingness to move. The secret to steadier steps isn't hidden in expensive programs. It's right in front of you in small, simple motions that retrain your body to stay balanced. These 5 exercises are easy, low impact, and designed specifically to support daily habits for longevity and independence after 60. Exercise 1. Single leg stand behind a chair. Stand tall behind a sturdy chair. Hold on lightly with one or both hands. Now lift one foot just an inch or two off the floor and balance on the other leg. Count to 10, then switch. You don't need to lift high. What matters is control. This trains your ankles, hips, and core to work together, key muscles for everyday stability. Do 3 sets on each side. If it wobbles at first, good. That means your body's learning. Exercise 2. Heel to toe walk. Imagine walking on a tightrope but on your hallway floor. Place the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other. Take 10 slow steps forward, then turn around and come back. Keep your hands slightly raised or use a wall for balance if needed. This helps retrain your coordination, especially the kind you'll need for narrow spaces or uneven paths. Exercise 3, high knee marching. Stand up straight behind your chair. Begin lifting each knee one at a time like you're marching in place. Aim for a slow and steady rhythm. Try 15 to 20 repetitions per leg. Lift only as high as feels comfortable. This strengthens your thighs and hips and teaches your body to raise your feet when walking, one of the easiest ways to prevent a trip. And it's great for circulation too. Exercise 4, heel and toe raises. Stand with feet hip-width apart. Hold the back of a chair. Now lift your heels slowly so you're standing on your toes. Hold for 3 seconds. Then lower down and lift your toes, keeping your heels planted. Hold again. Repeat 10 to 15 times. These movements activate your calves, ankles, and foot muscles, exactly what you rely on for quick balance reactions. It's one of the best senior home remedies for wobbly steps. Exercise 5, mindful walking. Clear a space in your home, a hallway or quiet room. Now walk slowly, paying attention to every step. Let your heel touch first. Roll through the sole. Push off with your toes. Keep your shoulders relaxed, arms swinging gently, and head up. This isn't a workout, it's a practice. A way to connect your body and brain again through movement. 2 minutes of this mindful walk can do more for your balance than 20 minutes of distracted motion. Barbara, 74, from Tucson, started doing just 3 of these movements each day after she tripped in her kitchen. "I thought I was just clumsy," she said. "Turns out I was out of practice." Now she walks through the grocery store with ease. No cane, no fear. The best part, these exercises fit into your life. You can do them in the morning while your coffee brews, or in the evening while waiting for the oven to preheat. Just 5 minutes a day can rebuild what time slowly took away. These movements may seem small, but they are the foundation of something much bigger: your freedom, your steadiness, your peace of mind. It starts now, one motion at a time. Part 4, surprising results, less pain, more energy and endurance. You forgot you had. Imagine walking through the grocery store, no need to stop halfway down the aisle. Climbing the stairs not with clenched teeth, but with steady steps. Going for a walk in the park, not because you have to, but because it feels good again. When you start walking correctly, everything changes, and it happens faster than most people expect. There's a simple reason why. When your body moves in proper alignment, head balanced, spine upright, feet rolling heel to toe, your joints don't have to do all the work. Your muscles begin to support you the way they're meant to. And that means less pressure on your knees, less strain in your lower back, and fewer shocks sent through your hips with every step. According to the National Institute on Aging, most chronic pain in older adults isn't caused by injury. It's caused by years of inefficient movement. That slow wear and tear builds up. But the good news is, with the right changes, it can also be reversed. Take Harold, a 76-year-old veteran from Tallahassee. He used to avoid errands because the pain in his hips would flare up after just a few blocks. He didn't need medication. He didn't need surgery. He needed to learn how to move again with posture that supported him instead of breaking him down. Once he started practicing a better walking pattern, chin-tucked shoulders, loose arms, swinging, something shifted. "I wasn't dragging my feet anymore," he said, "and I noticed I had energy left in the tank at the end of the day." That's what proper motion gives you back. Energy, not because you're pushing harder, but because your body isn't wasting energy just to keep upright. When your steps are balanced, your breathing deepens. Circulation improves. You stop tightening muscles unnecessarily no more, clenching your jaw or locking your knees just to stay steady. That shift unlocks endurance. You move more freely and you recover faster. Tasks that used to leave you winded, carrying groceries, walking the dog, standing at the sink, suddenly don't wear you down the same way. And when your movement improves, something else happens. Your appetite changes, your digestion feels smoother. You start gravitating toward better choices because your body feels alive again. That's why this message isn't just about mobility. It's about how aging gracefully advice connects every part of your health. Better movement leads to better sleep, better energy, and even better nutrition choices. That's the heart of any good senior nutrition guide. Because when you feel stronger, you eat for strength, not for comfort or fatigue. These results may sound dramatic, But they're real, they're backed by research, and they've changed the lives of people who once thought they were too old to improve. You're not too old, you're not too late. The walk you take tomorrow could feel completely different from the one you took yesterday if you start walking the way your body was built to move. That's not a miracle. That's just the result of moving right. Part 5, 3 harmful myths that keep seniors from improving their walk. Sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't your knees, it's what you believe. False beliefs can stop progress before it even begins. They whisper doubts in your ear. They convince you to settle for less. And worst of all, they rob you of the independence you still deserve. Let's clear up the 3 most damaging myths so you can move forward with truth, not fear. Myth 1, I'm too old to change. This lie has silenced too many people. The truth is, your body never stops adapting. According to the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, older adults, even into their 80s, can regain strength, improve balance, and boost flexibility with gentle, consistent movement. Change may take more time now than it did when you were 30, but it's still possible, still worth it, still powerful. James, 81, from Madison, had been using a walker for 5 years. He thought he'd never walk unaided again. But after 6 weeks of practicing mindful steps and doing balance exercises, he noticed he was relying on his walker less and less. I was surprised, he said. Not because I got better, but because I didn't think I could. This is healthy aging in action. Not chasing youth, but rediscovering strength in the body you have now. Myth 2, using a cane means I've failed. Let's get something straight. A cane is not defeat, it's a tool. Would you call a seatbelt a failure? No. It's safety, it's wisdom, and so is a cane, especially when it helps prevent a fall that could change your life in 1 second. Using a walking aid doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're smart enough to support your body as you build it back up. It's part of a plan, not the end of the road. In fact, many people who start using assistive devices while working on their strength eventually find they need them less often or only in certain situations like rough terrain or long outings. Longevity tips aren't just about pushing through. They're about protecting your freedom every step of the way. Myth 3, falling is just part of getting old. It's not. Yes, fall risk increases with age, but it's not guaranteed. Most falls are preventable. The CDC reports that over 60% of falls happen inside the home from poor posture, weak muscles, and bad walking habits, not simply from aging. That means the real cause isn't your birthday. It's what you haven't been taught about your body. Strength can be rebuilt. Balance can be restored. Your steps can become steadier with even small daily changes. It's not magic, it's maintenance. These myths aren't harmless. They're the quiet voice that tells you not to try. They shrink your world one excuse at a time. But here's the truth, you're not stuck. Your body still responds, your legs still remember, your brain still rewires. You just have to give it the chance. The moment you stop believing these lies is the moment you start living differently, stronger, safer, freer. That's not just possible, it's the whole point of growing older with purpose. Part 6, clean up and upgrade. You're home to prevent dangerous falls. You've worked hard to improve your balance. You're walking with more awareness. But none of that matters if your home is working against you. The truth is, most falls don't happen on a hiking trail or in a crowded store. They happen in the place you feel safest, your own living room, your hallway, your bathroom at 2 a.m. That's why creating a fall-safe environment is one of the smartest things you can do for your senior health. And it's easier than you might think. Let's start with rugs. Loose rugs with curled corners or slick backs are one of the biggest hidden threats. You may love how they look, but if one edge catches your slipper, it only takes a second for a quiet evening to turn into a trip to the ER. Either remove them altogether or secure them firmly with non-slip backing. Rug tape is inexpensive, easy to use, and could save your hips from a fracture. Next is lighting. Dim hallways, dark stairs, and shadowy bathrooms are a recipe for disaster, especially when you get up in the middle of the night. Swap out low-watt bulbs. Add motion sensor night lights along your most common paths, like from your bed to the bathroom or the kitchen to the hallway. These small additions can prevent one of the most common nighttime injuries among adults over 60. Clear the walkways. Is there a basket in the hallway? Shoes by the door? A power cord stretching across the floor? Even if you know where everything is, your balance doesn't always work the way it used to. One wrong step while distracted or tired can be enough to bring you down. Keep all high-traffic paths clear. That includes the space between your bed and your dresser, or from your recliner to the kitchen. Install support where you need it most. Stairs should have sturdy handrails on both sides if possible. Bathrooms need grab bars by the toilet and inside the shower. The tub should have a rubber mat or stick-on strips to prevent slipping while bathing or stepping out. If you don't feel steady, don't wait for a fall to make changes. That's not fear. That's wisdom. In Greenville, North Carolina, 69-year-old Denise made one small change. She added a simple railing outside her back door. "I thought it was overkill at first," she said, "but 3 weeks later I slipped on wet concrete. That railing saved me from going down the steps." Finally, rethink how your furniture is placed. Create wide paths. Keep frequently used items like the TV, remote reading glasses, and phone within easy reach. Avoid sharp-edged tables near walking paths. If you ever do stumble, the last thing you want nearby is a wooden corner waiting at hip level. This isn't about turning your home into a hospital. It's about making it work for you now at this stage of life. It's about protecting your independence before an accident threatens it. The CDC reports that over 75% of falls in seniors are caused by environmental hazards inside the home. You can lower that risk today. No doctor visit, no prescription, just smart, thoughtful changes that support your daily life. This is how we prevent aging diseases that start with immobility. This is how we protect what matters most, your ability to live where you want, move how you choose, and stay safe doing it. It's not about fear, it's about freedom, and it starts with the space around you. Part 7. When to seek a physical therapist or rehab specialist. There's strength in knowing when to ask for help, and even more strength in doing it. If you've experienced a fall, or if you're living with conditions like Parkinson's, arthritis, osteoporosis, or recovering from surgery, your path to safer movement may need more than basic balance tips. This is where personalized care makes all the difference. A skilled physical therapist or rehab specialist doesn't just hand you a list of exercises. They study how you move. They watch the way your foot lands, how your shoulders carry tension, how your core engages or doesn't. Then they build a plan for you. Not the person in the next room, not the average patient, you. According to the American Physical Therapy Association, seniors who work with rehab professionals reduce their risk of future falls by more than 40%. That's not a guess. That's a measured result. Gloria, 73, from Denver, had been dealing with knee pain for years. She tried stretching, walking routines, even balance videos online. Nothing seemed to help. After one appointment with a geriatric PT, she learned her issue wasn't just weak legs, it was poor ankle mobility and hip alignment. Within 3 weeks of targeted guidance, she was walking farther with less discomfort. "I didn't realize I'd been moving wrong for years," she said. "I just thought I was getting old." That's the danger of doing it alone. Without expert eyes, you might focus on the wrong thing, or worse, skip the one thing that would make a difference. And if you've already had a fall, even a minor one, don't wait for a second. Ask your primary doctor for a referral. Medicare often covers physical therapy when prescribed, especially for fall prevention or chronic conditions. Doctor tips for older adults are clear on this: early intervention saves independence. It shortens recovery time, prevents complications, and restores confidence faster than trial and error approaches ever could. A rehab expert can also help you choose the right assistive tools. Whether it's a better fitting cane, a rolling walker with brakes, or special footwear, using the right equipment, the right way often turns frustration into freedom. And let's not overlook the emotional part. Falling, chronic pain, or physical limitations often lead to fear. That fear makes you pull back, stop walking, avoid activity. But a great therapist gives more than stretches and checklists. They listen, they guide, they help rebuild belief in your own body step by step. Reaching out doesn't make you weak. It means you're wise enough to take action before something worse happens. It means you're not giving up on movement, you're investing in it. This isn't about pushing yourself beyond your limits. It's about finding your limits and gently expanding them with the right support. And sometimes that support comes from someone trained to see what you can't. If your steps have felt unsure, if you've been avoiding certain rooms, skipping activities you used to enjoy, or silently living with discomfort, now might be the time to talk to a pro. You're not too far gone. You're not broken. You're ready for guidance. And that may be the smartest step you take. Part 8. The secret ingredient. Your breath and your belief. You can do the exercises. You can fix your posture. You can clear your home and even rebuild your strength. but none of it will stick until your mind believes you can walk tall again. That's the part no one talks about. The nervous system, the fear, the self-doubt that settles deep after a fall or years of moving with hesitation. It's not just physical, it's emotional. And that's exactly why your breath matters more than you realize. Every time you feel unsteady, your body reacts. Your breath shortens, your shoulders tense, your steps tighten. And just like that, you've locked yourself into a cycle of fear before your foot even hits the ground. But there's a way to change that pattern, and it's simple. Before every walk, whether it's to the mailbox or down the hallway, stop for just a few seconds. Close your eyes if you feel safe. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Let your chest rise. Then breathe out through your mouth slowly, like you're letting go of something heavy. Do that 3 times. Now open your eyes, take your first step. Inhale for 2 steps, exhale for 2 steps, repeat. As you move, say something soft in your mind. I am steady, I am strong, I am safe. These aren't just nice words, they're mental cues, commands to your nervous system to shift from survival to control. They lower your stress response. They quiet your fear signals. They allow your body to unlock again. This isn't meditation, it's awareness, and it works. Researchers from the University of California, San Francisco found that seniors who practiced slow breathing paired with movement had significantly better balance and coordination than those who exercised without breath control. Why? Because calm breathing turns off the fight or flight switch in your brain. And when the brain feels safe, the body follows. Don, 67, from Minneapolis, struggled for years after a workplace accident. He could walk, but always felt like the floor might shift under him. A physical therapist taught him to anchor his breath to his steps. Now when he walks to church on Sundays, he keeps his rhythm not with fear, but with breath and belief. It's like I tell my body what to do before it has a chance to panic, he said. That's the shift. When you change your thoughts, your body walks differently. Shoulders drop, arms swing, steps stretch out. You stop bracing for a fall and start trusting your footing. This is the core of Live Healthy After 50. It's not just about the muscles or the bones, it's about you. How you feel when you move, how you breathe when you stand, how you talk to yourself as you take each step forward. This is what aging gracefully advice really means. Grace isn't just elegance, it's calm, confidence, control, and that starts from within. So try it today. Before your next walk, take 3 deep breaths, then take 1 step forward with belief. You don't need to walk like you used to. You just need to walk like someone who still believes they can. Because you can, and now you know how. Falling isn't caused by age. It's caused by habits we didn't know were hurting us, by years of walking without awareness, by posture that slowly collapsed, and by confidence that quietly slipped away. But here's the truth. You are not broken. You are not too late. You've simply forgotten how to walk with trust in your own body, and that you can relearn. Just 5 minutes a day, that's all it takes to begin. 5 minutes of focused movement, of mindful breathing, of choosing to believe that strength doesn't vanish, it just waits for you to call it back. No matter your age, no matter your past, you can walk with purpose again. You can live with balance, with comfort, with control. You can live healthy after 50. So take the first step, then another, and let those steps lead you not just forward, but home to yourself. If this helped you, don't forget to subscribe. Your health is your greatest wealth.